Where do they get out?
Hey, Bill?
They started getting.
I think.
You can't do this.
So,
You can't be.
No, they did, I think they do. Oh, awesome, you just bring that. Oh, perfect, I got plenty of them. They do have the work. They probably don't want to get anything for the time.
Did you get over what we're done?
Yeah, Tom,
You
on
flashed.
I'm just-
hang on a second. It's about to start.
Thank
You
you.
can't do this.
All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Hello.
there we go.
They did.
Do we have a quorum, Bill, or who's over there?
6 o'clock.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we're good to start. I don't know why he's not appearing in the outright. Zoom recently.
Are we good?
Did
Yep.
some update, but we are recording. We just won't be able to see it. Don.
Oh.
Okay, so we can't see you, Don, but that's okay.
Okay.
Can you see us?
I only can see some of you. So am I good to go?
Who can you see?
I
On the
see
left, right?
somebody waving, Diana, I think.
Okay, that's on the left-hand side.
Yep, oh, you can't see me.
Can you see me?
Wonder if it's the sun.
Now I can, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a real small picture. Is there a way I can make it bigger?
Small picture.
We
can't see you now.
Before you started sharing, there was a view option at the top. Can you change the view that way?
Where's that?
So if you didn't have to exit out of the presentation, it was up on the top. I don't know if you can change the view before you do the presentation.
Sorry.
Hello.
Hey, Trish.
Oh, where should I go?
Okay, hey, everybody here?
I would hide webinar and then an option.
Oh, and let's do some bad talking about it.
You said I did. Should.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so
Here,
I can't really see everybody, so maybe when it comes time to do a motion, just go around the table. Because I can't, I really can't see who's there.
Okay,
Okay.
Okay, so can I call the meeting to order? We good to go?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Newington Parks and Recreation Board to order Tuesday, March 18th. It's around 6 o'clock, 6:03 it says here. Next. Roll call, please.
Sure. Carol Annis.
Here.
Billy de Blasio.
Here.
Beth Delbuno.
Here.
Trish Feeney.
Here.
Eileen Francolino.
Here.
Tim Hutt Wagner.
Here.
Phil Moulton.
Here.
Ed Martian. Diana Sarah.
Here.
Don Woods.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Thank you.
We don't have a liaison.
Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah.
So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the
and
republic
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I can't, someday they'll get it faster to Aruba. Hey, just to let you know, the two council people have a budget meeting going on, like about 50 yards from our left. But I think they're zooming in, so, for what it's, yeah.
I'm excited. So, did everybody have a chance to take a look at the minutes? If so, can we have a motion to accept?
Make a motion to accept the minute. Second.
Second, are there any discussions, additions, anything? No? All in favor?
All right.
Hi.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you. Any public participation, Sam?
No,
No?
There are two.
that's us.
Okay. Correspondence?
No, none done.
None? Okay. Monthly reports for January and February? Anything from anybody?
Pretty self-explanatory and not anything out of the normal.
How is the prom?
You'll see.
I'm sorry?
A little video coming.
The tree warden reports, probably the same, Bill?
Yeah, lots of trees that are on a list.
Yeah, I saw they did some heavy clearing. What does that mean? Well, I know what it means, but like what? Cutting them with a brush cutter, cutting the trails back or something?
Yes. Oh, you mean in all the parks? Yeah, we try to reclaim the boundary lines of the park because there's so much overgrowth from all the families' houses. So
Yeah.
we try to get back to our boundary lines that we
Okay,
do every spring with a brush
All right.
hog.
okay, so no old business?
No.
No?
No, sir.
Okay, so first thing, spring 2025 program, guys?
Yes. Excuse me one second, Mr. Chairman. I didn't tell you this, but we have one addition if the the commission wishes to add it to the agenda. And that is, we just came to a signed agreement with the town manager and the tennis pro at Mill Pond. So it'd be helpful to us to, to consider accepting that because we just got it yesterday afternoon.
Okay, you want to do it at the end of this or?
Oh, we
At
can
the
do
end
it
of new
for
business?
new business, right?
Yeah, have it at the end.
At the end of new business, that'd be, well, first of
Okay.
all, we need a 2/3 vote of the board to add it to the agenda.
Okay,
We need a motion?
Yes.
So I make a motion, we add this to tonight's agenda, the tennis center management and maintenance agreement.
Second.
I can't hear. Was there a second?
Got a first and a second. Yep,
Okay,
Just a question, is it a time sensitive man, like it?
it starts in a
What's
month.
the, got it,
Yeah, tennis, it's tennis season at Mill.
okay.
you want to wait for discussion on the end or not? No, I guess we have to pass the motion. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? I can't hear you
None.
guys, so I'm assuming it's
No.
yes. Again, what?
There were no opposed.
No opposed. Passes.
So motion passes.
Yeah.
And now it's back to spring 2025 program guide.
Right, I think Melissa and the rec supervisors made copies for the commission here. And so we didn't have any left that were printed. So I guess that's a good sign that everyone's taking them. So that's good news. And of course, it goes out to 13,500 households with the very reminder. And just looking for consideration of accepting it. It's kind of a last minute type. It's out already, but it is, we wanted you to know about it.
Yeah, as always, it looks great. So I assume there's a motion. It's not on my screen, so.
I can do it. I move to accept the spring program guide, including the fees and charges associated with each event, program, and facility.
A second?
Seconded by Trish.
Okay, any discussion, guys? And gals? No?
No.
All in favor? All in favor?
Real quick, did we already do the volunteer list for the?
Opposed, motion passes. I figured out my volume. Very good. Now I can hear everybody. My volume was just about off. I'm a regular IT guy.
As long as it doesn't rain.
Rains, it rains.
Okay, so next is choose kindness, letter of agreement.
Right, so this is our first, we're not our first, but this is a new idea that we hooked up with two doctors in West Hartford, braces, Dr. Bertolli, what? Orthodontist, thank you, and also an oral surgeon, husband and wife team, and they have a 3.2 mile walk. And we were looking at using Mill Pond at a separate date, and I kind of convinced them that maybe it'd be nice to join our Newington Goes Country to add more people. And it brings people from all over the state. They had 200 walkers last year. Their tchotchkes will be switched to straw cowboy hats and sheriff badges for every walker. And then, as you'll see later, we hooked up with another sponsor of ours, Roba Physical Therapist, and he's going to come down and he's going to give us warm-ups for all the walkers and runners, and then cool down, and then have a tent for conversation one-on-one. So this thing is blossoming in. They're going to give us $500 to be here. Roba's is gonna give us $750 to be here. And they now, we just upped the ante and they're gonna buy $210 meal deals, hot dog, a popcorn, and ice cream and soda from our concession stand. So we get $3,200 minimum on this additional walk. So it's good news.
Yeah. I don't know, Bill, you're a miracle worker.
Just gotta find deals, that's all.
Yeah, you find them. Can somebody read the motion, please?
I'll read it. I'd like to make a motion to accept the $500 public-private partnership agreement with Choose Kindness to host the Choose Kindness Walk during Newington Goes Country on Thursday, June 12th, 2025 at 6:30 PM, Mill Pond Park.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on this? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We never oppose. Motion passes. Thank you. Roba Physical Therapy and Wellness, letter of agreement.
Yep, so that's exactly what I said. He's been a sponsor of ours now for this year. And he's enjoying the relationship and he's interested in getting involved in the June Newington Goes Country, so it's gonna be fun.
Okay. Okay, can the next person please read the motion?
I'll read it. I'd like to make a motion to accept a $750 public-private partnership agreement with Roba Physical Therapy and Wellness in collaboration with the Choose Kindness Walk during Newington Goes Country on Thursday, June 12th, 2025 at 6:30 PM at Mill Pond Park.
Second. Second.
Discussion?
I think it's important to note that the owner, Roba Satir, is a graduate of Springfield College, just a thought I'd mention.
Okay,
No.
come in. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm on the phone. All right. It's okay. I'm sorry. So motion first, second. Any discussion other than what Bill just said? No? All in favor? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can't hear you. Did we vote? I'm sorry for this.
Yes.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden this Zoom meeting is not working out so great here, but it looks fine, but not so much. Okay,
So we'll thumbs up. We'll give a thumbs up when it passes. You can see it.
okay,
Can you see
thanks.
us?
No, there's like a little, there's maybe a 1 inch by 2 inch rectangle. That's it. Bonavita Luxury Labs, letter of agreement.
That's it.
He needs to go to the eye doctor when he gets back.
Oh, I can see it, okay, but you guys need to get big.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Vinny
Kids from.
So Vinny Bonavita, the owner of Bonavita Luxury Labs, is a sponsor again. As many of you would remember, he's a Building a Strong Community Award winner. He's on the Wall of Fame over there in the community center. And he's back in, I believe, for $5,000 to sponsor train rides for 6 nights and the main stage. So really excited about it. It's a good sign when sponsors come back year after year. They're getting something out of it, and that's a positive thing.
Yeah, well, I think it's another good thing that the popularity of the train rides.
Yeah.
They never stop. So, I mean, I'm sure he feels like he's getting his money's worth. That's for sure. Okay, let's try this again. Can somebody read the next motion?
I got it. To accept a 5,000 public-private partnership agreement with Bonavita Luxury Labs for Newington Goes Country and Food Truck Friday on June 12th and 13th, as well as the Life Inn Extravaganza from July 16th to July 19th, 2025 at Mill Pond Park.
Second.
Okay, any discussions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
I see the thumbs. Thank you, guys. That was
Little
perfect.
thumbs.
Motion passes.
Other than COVID.
3-Step Sports, letter of agreement. Oh,
Right,
wait a minute, I
here's-
forgot to tell you. Don't forget my birthday is June 12th, Bill, so a really big cake there.
Okay. Country style?
Country style, yeah.
Beer and ribs.
Sure.
We gotta get him a cowboy hat and a shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Say it's my birthday.
Yeah. What's the next one?
The sports.
Oh,
Step sport.
Three-step sports.
Three-step sports. That's the, we're hosting again a lacrosse tournament at the high school with 6 fields. We're gonna build 2 lacrosse fields in the outfield of the softballs at the high school. It's a day long. It's a great economic development for the town. Hundreds and hundreds of kids and parents come from all over the place to participate here. And this is, I don't know, 3rd, 4th year, Sam. They've been happy with what's going on, and our services, our parks guys do a wonderful, wonderful job servicing them. So all is good, and hopefully you'll approve it, and it's a great fundraiser for us.
Okay. Who's ever next, please read the motion.
I got it.
Yeah.
To accept the 3-step sports letter of agreement to rent out 6 lacrosse fields at Newington High School on Saturday, June 28th, 2025.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Where's the thumbs? There we go. No opposition, motion passes, thank you. Church of Christ Congregational Letter of Agreement.
Yep, this is, I believe, our 10th year in a row. For Melanie Enfield, the minister, Reverend over there, wonderful, wonderful job. And they're going to sponsor the first 175 people that show up for a smorgasbord of ice cream sundaes on Wednesday. And it's got 20 different toppings, and we do it under the tent over there on the first day, Wednesday of the extravaganza. And it's been just a wonderful, wonderful hit. And they bring 20 or 30 volunteers from the church, so it's really nice. And I strongly recommend it.
Okay. Next person for the motion, please.
I'll read it. To accept a $1,000 public-private partnership agreement with Church of Christ Congregational to host Sundays on Wednesday, on July 16, 2025 at Mill Pond Park.
Second.
Okay, any discussions? All in
Nope.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, no opposition. Motion passes. Ryan Bunting, letter of agreement.
This was just a wonderful surprise. Brian Bunting I've known Brian for probably over 40 years. And he's a fried dough guy. Booth that he's been at the extravaganza all 43 years. And he called me the day after we were looking for a sponsor for the circus. And he said, "What do you need?" And I said, "Well, we need $3,000. He says, "You got it." I said, I couldn't believe it. And so it was a wonderful, wonderful thing. And then he called us back. Nancy's here. Nancy is our truck specialist in the special events area and does a wonderful job as a rec supervisor. But just to finish the story, he called us the next day and said, "You know what? I want to do something nice. I don't want to tell her yet, but Amy, what was it? Amy Sweet Treats? Amy Sweet Treats sells ice cream at our event also for years and years. And he wants to share the advertisement with her for free." And
wow.
This guy has gone over the top to be quite nice and generous to us.
That's great.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
And
that's very nice.
on top of that, he pays $1,400. Is that correct, Nancy?
Yes, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, $1,400 for the 4 days. And how much for the 2 days in June?
$250.
$250. So, he's into it for a lot. So a wicked generous commitment to the Parks and Rec.
Yeah, very nice. Who's ever up next, please, on the motion?
I'll do it. A motion to accept $3,000 in public-private partnership agreement with Brian Bunting to provide sole sponsorship for the Westchester Circus Arts performance at Mill Pond on Wednesday, July 16, 2025.
Second.
Any discussion? That's very nice of him, Bill. He's I've never really met him. Does he actually come to the event each time?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes? Yeah, I've never, all these years, I've never met him.
Nice guy.
Okay, we had the motion, all in favor? We're good to go? I don't remember too long ago.
Mr. Chairman, just one more story about Brian Bunting. as we're saying nice things about him, Town Manager Olchel wanted me to get involved in the 250th anniversary of America next year, July 26th. And we were brainstorming. I'm on a committee. Mary Wood is the chairperson. And I think it's the library and the senior center. So anyways, long story short, we were trying to think of themes of how we could celebrate the American flag and all that. So Brian Bunting certainly says, well, I think I could do something for you, Bill. I go, what's that? He goes, I'll dye the sugar blue and red and use white sugar, and we'll have red, white, and blue American flag fried dough. So I said,
Really?
okay, you're the man. So,
That's great.
kind of fun. Yep.
Patriotic.
Next is Spark Social Sports Letter of Agreement.
Okay, so Spark Sports is another group of people that we've been using for a long time. They have adult sports, so they do wiffle ball and kickball and ultimate frisbee out at Mill and at Churchill and all over the place for us. They rent our fields. Well, we tried to make a deal with him, and he has kickball with 2 fields at Mill Pond over here on Wednesday night of the extravaganza. So Sam and I call him and we got an idea for you. We're gonna move you to the soccer fields for one night at the extravaganza. You're gonna give us $750. We're gonna give you 100 or what did I say? 125 free beers or wine tickets, which are free to us because Happy Harry's given it to us. So they come, we got, a couple hundred more adults coming here to the Beer and Wine Garden. They'll start off and we'll make a ton of money. So all is good. He's happy, we're happy, and Happy Harry's is happy.
Don't
So
do 2 for 1, okay?
what's that?
Every
You know
Friday.
what?
Sometimes I get crazy on that
Yes, we
microphone.
know.
Yeah. I think that's only on slow days, Carol.
Maybe
If it's busy, I think
It's a
2 for
slow
1
day
doesn't
Wednesday.
happen.
Wednesday's a
Yeah.
slow day.
Yeah.
It is,
Okay.
it's a 2 for 1.
Yeah, not giving us any warning.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. At this time, I just wanted to pass it by the commission that Sparks is also looking for expansion for another kickball field. And one of the things we thought about was taking the backstop down at the baseball field for a few reasons. One, it's old and kind of not good looking. And 2, we don't use that baseball field ever. And if everyone remembers, we have a written document from the athletic director of the BOE saying we don't need it, we don't want to use it. We haven't used it or reserved it in a couple years, maybe more than that, Sam.
In like 4 or 5.
4 or 5 years, we haven't rented it out. We thought we'd take out the thing, open up the area, cut down the pitcher's mound and have another grass area for kickball and ultimate frisbee.
That probably would help at the
Nice.
extravaganza too,
And
because
well, that's,
rain and mud is.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's gonna help get us another 19th or 20th ride with the carnival guy. He can then
More
expand
space.
out to the left.
Oh, good.
I think that's.
Win-win.
Thank you.
Okay, so can someone take the motion, please?
I can read it.
Not everybody at once.
Motion to accept a $750 public-private partnership agreement with Spark Social Sports for the Beer and Wine Garden at Mill Pond Park on Wednesday, July 16th, 2025.
Seconded by Eileen, if you didn't hear it.
I didn't hear her, no. Okay, any discussions? Other than what Bill added? No?
No.
Let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Nobody's opposed? Motion
Good.
passes. Catholic Parish Initiatives Letter of Agreement.
Okay, for the first year, last year we got an agreement with them. Well, 10 years ago we did it, but this came back as a different look. And it's that raffle that's countrywide, and at least East Coast wide. And they give out $68,000 worth of prizes. Off the top of my head, I believe it's 30,000 first prize, 10,000 second, 8,000 third, and then $21,000 prizes. And he needs a big crowd to take pictures. He needs the big thing and a cop, a mayor, and a priest. That sounds like a joke. No, I mean, it probably is. We'll tune in tomorrow. I'll give you the punchline later. And so anyway, it does sound like me, doesn't it? So, okay. So anyway, we agreed to it. He gave us $5,000, which is gonna go towards Hadil's summer recreation camp. That'll pay for all the kids to have the carnival during the day on Thursday. It's free instead of, the $8 thing. And we'll have a little extra money over. Then he sweetened the pot, and I said, listen, we had 3 winners last year. It was really fun from Newington, that was wicked unusual to all over the country and 3 people win. But I remember Bob O'Connor, he used to be my soccer friend. He was one of the winners. But anyway, long story short, some of the money goes to Annunciation Parish, which is Holy Spirit and St. Mary's. Half goes to us, the 5,000 to our summer camp. But he threw in $500 a night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you buy a raffle ticket each of those nights, your name goes into a sweepstakes. So only a Newington person present at the extravaganza will win $500.
Wow.
So that'll be
Really?
fun.
That's good.
And he said if he's doing well and they sell a lot more tickets than he thought, he might up it and do 2 or 3 a night. I go, okay, you're the man.
Wow.
So, he's a really, really nice guy, and he builds missions in the third world countries, in churches for people, in orphanages for kids. The guy's going right to heaven when he gets out. But, it's a good thing. I strongly recommend this arrangement. It's been nothing but good.
How did he happen upon us? I mean, is he a Newington resident
No.
at some point or no?
No, he lives in Greenwich, I believe. The first year somehow, I know what it was. His family owns a winery, and he gave me free wine at the extravaganza the first day.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that connection. Yeah. And they're really good people. They're manufacturers of wine all over the country.
All right.
Well, you should throw those back in too.
He's
Yeah.
willing to do that, but Happy Harry's is doing it. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can somebody grab the next motion, please?
Like we've ever stopped.
Somebody read the motion.
I move to accept the $5,000 public-private partnership agreement with Catholic Parish Initiatives as presented for the Life Unit Extravaganza on July 16th through July 19th, 2025 at Millpond Park. Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Nobody would dare. Motion passes. Thank you. Proclamation, July is National Recreation and Parks Month.
Yep, as many of you know, for the last 10 years, we've been celebrating July's Recreation Parks Month. We have a proclamation, a sample draft proclamation. If you consider it, then we could move it on to the mayor and the town council for their use of it or approval of it. And I think it just gives a little bit of marketing and advertising for the department and for the profession.
Any further discussion? No? Oh, sorry, we didn't even talk about the motion yet. Can someone read the motion?
I'll read the motion.
Thank you.
To make a motion to endorse the National Recreation and Parks Association celebration that July is Recreation and Parks Month, and request that the mayor and town council proclaim this month at the town council meeting on June 10th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, now, any further discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Motion passes. Thank you. Proclamation 35th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA.
Same kind of thing. We've been doing this for 10 years. Some of you may know I'm the president of the ADA Coalition of Connecticut for the last 10 years. So we get $500 donated towards us to help defray the costs of giving the first 100 people free ice cream that attend the concert. We hook it up with the data mail concert, and we say a little bit about the dealing with people with disabilities and equality and freedom and independence. And we usually have the mayors there, handing out the free ice cream. I think Beth, you did that in the
And high
past
heels.
in your high heels on probably 110-degree weather. But nonetheless, you didn't sink into the asphalt.
I managed. Here I am.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really a good thing. And again, it's to advertise, to make people aware of people with disabilities. And actually, I can say that Newington has really come a long, long way. And they didn't kick the can down the road. And they've been really trying very hard to make things, facilities especially, and all our programs are accessible. So it's good.
Okay. Again, can somebody read the motion, please?
I'll take.
Oh, go ahead. I make a motion to wholeheartedly accept the Americans with Disabilities Act proclamation and forward it to the mayor and town council to proclaim the day at the town council meeting on June 24th, 2025.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is the town council meeting on June 24th, or is the ADA anniversary on June 24th? Like,
Or 26.
The town council meeting? Okay.
The ADA is.
80 is July 26th.
26th.
Proclamation.
All right.
1990, President Bush was the president that signed it into effect.
I'll second that motion. Open in a second.
Seconded
Okay,
by,
any? By Beth?
yes.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? No. Motion passes. Thank you.
That'd be a tough one to be against.
Mhm.
Martin Kellogg Soccer Field Drainage.
So we've gotten complaints as long as I've been here, and probably 30 years before that, about the wetness of Martin Kellogg soccer field. And it just kind of gets to me like, why aren't we fixing this thing? So I'm trying to put pieces together. We have in the CIP program 2 or 3 years from now, we have like a $65,000 fix, but over $30,000, you have to go out to bid, and it's kind of a big deal. So I'm scaling back the program and trying to get a drainage program where I do it in phases. Like I'm going to try to do the perimeter of the soccer field so it doesn't stop play, and we tie in the northwest drainage pipe and the southeast drainage. There's 2 different catch basins. I think we can do that for $29,000 with a company. So I'm gonna do that first, evaluate if surface drainage, I'm big into surface drainage. If that comes off to the edges and it dries the field out, we win. If not, a year or 2 later, we evaluate, and then we tie in the drainage that goes across the field. That's how you would do it normally in one big piece. But I think we have to do something. There's a lot of adult soccer Portuguese club, especially in Newington, that rent it from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon every Sunday. Then we have youth soccer over there, and we have kids from the school playing on it every day. So the time has come. We have to fix this thing. So we're working hard on that. And if you guys agree with that idea, I talked to Lou Giacomowitz and Jason Plum, and we're gonna sit down and meet and talk about the plan, so it's no surprise to them, because it's really their property, but we really rent it out and get the complaints about it, so. That's my plan.
They don't pay for any of the upkeep at all?
No.
No?
Where would the 9,000 come from? Is that CIP money or is that enterprise, or how's that?
Yeah, it would probably be CIP money, or actually this year, it will be CIP money, but it'll be the recreation enterprise CIP. You
Got it,
remember
yep.
the 2 CIP?
Yep.
Yeah, it would come out of probably the recreation one, because we were really successful last year, and we'll have a little extra money once the budget gets passed.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? See, we're talking about Martin Kellogg. Who's responsible for the gate and that little piece of green space that leads to Lloyd?
The gate.
The old gate that's fallen down. It's
Is it?
disgusting looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like rusted and.
Yeah, school fences we kind of call each other, and Lou says, I don't have any money, you do, I don't, so I could check up on that.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
just
know.
because even like for it to be mowed, the lawn being mowed, that little green space.
Well, mowing, it should be us.
Okay,
I
because
would
that,
say.
it's just, it's overgrown, it just looks.
Really?
Yes.
Now, the path that goes from the basketball court all the way down?
No, from Lloyd, Coolidge to Lloyd, like that little, there's like a gate. So.
Are we talking about where the, kind of the backstop is?
No,
No?
further north.
North. Okay,
So where Coolidge meets Lloyd,
Yeah.
you go straight across, there's a little green space,
okay,
and then there's a gate
okay, let me check it.
to get into the fields. And that's like,
Oh, that's between those two houses.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
overgrown, the fence is like falling apart. It just, and they don't mow it, it's terrible. It looks terrible.
Yeah, make a
We can
note.
talk-
We'll have to, we'll GIS it first and find out if it's town property.
Yeah.
Because I would doubt our guys would cut the grass and miss that if they knew what I mean,
The
if it
fence
was
is
ours.
like, it's overgrown, the fence should just come down.
Maybe it's never, it hasn't been done so long,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah, no.
Right.
But I don't,
Fell off the radar.
growing up, that was always, I always used to see town people mowing that, not the.
That's when they asked the superintendent. No, okay, we'll check it out. Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Okay, Bob Stanley was a singer.
He just turned 75 on Wednesday. I sang to him.
Oh, wow.
You sing to everybody. Every year I get it on vacation. Sing to my husband, and play your harmonica for him.
No, that was the
Now it's the
Oh, ukulele.
ukulele thing.
It used to be the kazoo.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
Oh, I
You can
have
almost play three
All right,
instruments
can-
at once.
Can we have the motion read, please?
Yes.
Shirley, you want to read the motion?
Sure. I move to approve the Martin Kellogg soccer field drainage renovations.
Second.
Any further discussion? No?
Nope.
All in favor?
I.
Opposed? Motion passes.
After.
Mill Pond Falls.
Okay, Mill Pond Falls, this is a new project. You know, it's funny when you fix something, then the other stuff that's around it doesn't look so hot. So, we newly asphalted the waterfalls. First, you know, people said, oh, it's a tripping hazard. Well, it's not handicap accessible. So we did it with Cedar Ridge Construction, one of our sponsors, and it looks beautiful. And then all of a sudden, the concrete that touches the asphalt in front of the falls looks awful. It's all deteriorating. And then the black wrought iron fence looks like it's peeling and needs a paint job. So anyway, our plan is to go forward and have a company called Diamond Coat is going to come in and pick up all the concrete out of the way, put new concrete in, and then seal it with a handicap accessible, non-slip looking brick looking type thing that you might see in some nice decorative magazines. So that'll be neat. And then we're gonna have a company come in and sandblast the wrought iron and repaint it black.
Nice.
So that'll kind of finish it up. And then we'll take out that one, there's a pine tree, about 8 feet pine tree that's dead. We're gonna take that out. And it'll look pretty sharp, we think.
I got a question about that. There's 3 trees with the white tags on them.
Yep.
Are they coming out?
Yes,
Okay.
they're dead. Yeah, or
Bill.
sick.
This painting that's going on in other work, is that going to be in the way of kids who want to get their pictures done there for prom?
Let's see, prom is when?
May.
When are they doing
Just don't lean against them, they won't get.
Are they
it?
both?
June.
I'll talk to the contractor and see, May what?
Shoes might get stuck in the.
I don't know off the top of my
Well, there's
head.
junior and senior.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's one in April, one in May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one in April too?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think junior's first, right?
He said the junior prom is in April.
April. Okay, so that's good to know. You know, we'll have to coordinate with the contractor to avoid the 2 dates and see what he says. I think he said it's going to be about 2 weeks of concrete work. So we might be able to squeeze it in.
Bill, is that stamped concrete? Is that what he's doing?
I'm not gonna, no, he suggested that, but I don't want stamped concrete because it has for ADA, they have all new requirements now. It can't be more than 1/4 of an inch of a lip, so when the wheelchairs are on it. So we have to, I'm going with flat for a short answer.
So it'll be
It's
conventional
gonna be,
pavers?
it's gonna be painted like brick, let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
They put a stencil over it and they paint it.
Oh, okay. So it's a concrete walk made to look like a brick walk, brick paver walk.
Yes, with a sealant finish, yes.
Okay. All
And
right.
what's the cost of it and where do the funds come from? Is there leftover in the project or is it separate from the project?
This was unbelievable find for us. We found, finance found something like $19,000 in a mill pond improvement. Yeah, thanks. Sam found it too.
It's under miscellaneous grants.
Yeah, it was it's been there for years and years and years and nobody knew about it. And Lisa Rydecki told us and said, I got the perfect answer because
Go on.
yeah, because I was working on the finance director using CIP money, but sending a letter to them saying we could start early as once the budget got passed and when we would give a PO in July 1st. And now we don't have to do that because we just found that a couple of days ago. So all is good.
Somebody's watching
Okay,
over you.
Can,
Use it by June 30th.
can somebody read the motion, please?
Move to approve the repair and replacement of the concrete apron, the painting of the fence, and the application of the sealant on concrete at Mill Pond Falls.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I just have one thing. I was fishing and I know you were talking about you fix one thing and it's the next and it's next.
Yeah.
Feel we're on that side of the pond. I'll bring it up.
Okay.
I was fishing this weekend with my son over at Mill Pond and where all the brush and stuff got cut back. I do appreciate that, but I think it would be great. You might already have in plans to kind of smooth that down a little bit so that folks, maybe some grass, so a lot of people can start fishing a little bit there. Or
Are you talking on which side, Phil?
the west,
The bridge side?
Yeah, the bridge side.
Yeah, we have a whole plan in money in the grant.
Okay.
Back to your answer. Through engineering that we're going to mulch it, seed it, flatten it. Yeah, it should look nice spring and fall, but give us some time to grow grass over there.
And it'll be like kept up so you can
Yes.
approach the water.
That's the
a little
game
bit.
plan.
All right.
That's the
Still
game.
falling.
And then I'll just add, because my son.
I hope you have a fishing license, just for the record. Now we're on TV.
Yeah. Luckily, it was my three sons, and they legally don't need one.
That's right, children under
And
16.
then I have no time for a fishing pole myself.
He was just changing hooks.
I got
Yeah.
a 7-year-old, a 3.5, and a 3.5 that were trying to fish out there. So it was fun. We didn't get anything, but the other thing too he mentioned was obviously the goose grease, and I'll just bring it up now when we're having this discussion on this boat for fixing up the area.
Yep.
He said when he walks to the pool,
Who said this?
my son,
Oh.
he's 7 years old, but folks we're supporting.
Yep.
So I listen to him. And he's at the pathway to the pool. The kids drop their towels and sometimes it hits the goose grease
Yeah.
before they even get to the pool.
Mm.
So I said, you know what, I'll bring it up. Maybe they can kind of like run a street sweeper or something
Yep.
like that during camp time. But if there's any kind of diamond coat magic thing for the goose grease, that would be helpful too.
Yeah.
Hallucinatory.
So those are the two areas that, around the pond that I kind of wanted to bring up in this discussion.
Yes, this is, the next month will be busy time for the geese. As we know, they mate and they have babies and eggs at this time from March, April. And we're now we have our second goosenator and that's going out now regularly. And we do use the highway garage's street sweeper for special events and for summer camp. So we will do that when we start to use the park more often, but it's not a bad idea to throw it through a few times.
Awesome, thank you. My 7-year-old will be happy.
Yeah, tell them I'll let them ride the machine.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Okay, so any further discussion?
Another extravaganza opportunity there.
$10 a ride.
We're good?
He'll be looking for expensive tomorrow morning.
What's the sponsor? of the
Okay.
goose festival?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
We need to vote, we need to vote on
Yeah,
that.
are we ready to vote? All in favor?
You have a second.
Yeah, we did a
Okay.
motion.
So, we're good? Okay,
Now we need to add in the
Tennis.
tennis
okay.
contract.
So there's a separate, little packet that was on the table with your things that has the tennis information and the motions on the back.
So this, apologize for the lateness. It just got signed by the town manager yesterday afternoon. Yeah, so, it's here and it'd be helpful to get this guy going. He's been with us for over 21 years. Bob Dean, he's a local guy and he's deeply committed to the tennis program. He brings about 8 USTA tournaments here. He does a tournament at the high school using all 9 courts over there. He maintains the Art True and Play on a daily basis and in between matches. And he's a USTA pro, and he works during the winter years, at East Hartford Tennis Club. So it's a pretty decent relationship that we have.
Is there any change to the contract, Bill, or is the same one that's been
No,
basically forever?
I'm so excited. It took me 10 years. Our policy as a commission is to get 25% of contract services. And he was a tough guy to get to 25%, but Nancy scheduled it hard and negotiated it, and we got it to 25%. We went up 0.5% this year. We've been going up 0.5% every year I've been here, so we finally got there. So it was, you can't kill people. You got to kind of slowly get them into it. But he's good. Yes, you want to add? You could. Okay, thanks.
Okay, is there a motion?
Yeah. I'll make a motion to accept the letter of agreement between Bob Dean and the Newington Park and Recreation Department for the administration of the year-round tennis program at Mill Pond Park as presented.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed? Motion passes.
Just so you know, kudos again to our park staff who coddle a very old irrigation system at those tennis courts and baby it so that it goes well. We also have an official rolling machine, that you would see doing asphalt. And Bob Dean uses that on a daily basis. So it's a big operation over there.
Okay. So we're with the reports, entertainment showcase, which was Friday, February 14th, 2025.
Yeah, we didn't have a meeting in February, but we had 74 bands here and entertainers from all over New England. We had about 120 Parks and Rec professionals representing the towns in the state. We had about 40 librarians representing libraries in the state. And they came and they got a chance to watch for 15 minutes each performer. They also could go to their tables. So one half of the gym was a beautiful setup for live band with a professional sound system. And they had a breakfast and lunch. Now the other gym, we had all the tables set up, and in the multi-purpose room, we had the smaller entertainers, 1 or 2 people, magicians, clowns, stilt walkers, face painters, that kind of thing. And it was a full day, tons of fun. We didn't park any cars on the town hall. We parked in the municipal parking lot in OFI. We shuttle bus them in, and everything went really well. And I think we have a quick 1-minute video to show you.
Yes.
All right. Is that Gene Giles?
Cool.
And Nancy put that together, so Nance. And so for everyone that says Parks and Rec doesn't know what bands to pick, well, we do this professionally. We watch all this stuff, we evaluate it, we grade it, then we go talk to them, then we find out if they're available, and then we get them down in price. So it's a big system. It's not an easy task, and everyone thinks, oh yeah, just get a band. And I know someone in the leadership told me that, geez, I could get my brother's band to play 2 weeks from now. I go, well, I don't know, not our band. So it's important to know that the profession does their due diligence on trying to get things to roll.
The juggler, he'd be awesome for the extravaganza, just walking around.
Yep.
Doing that, that'd be awesome.
You want to sponsor?
I like the way you're learning. I like it. I like it. That's
Why
funny.
you do the goose in here?
Yeah, we should have a goose in here day for the commission and let them run it. But if they smash it in the pool, in the pond, they'd have to go swim and get it.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. What's
Okay,
next?
next.
Program registration.
Okay, spring program registration.
The numbers.
You do have the numbers? Melissa will read the numbers to you.
So, Hadil is the recreation supervisor that runs Camp Recreate. And she was able to share with me, the numbers for the first week of camp. We have 61 children already registered for week 1 for the kindergarten and first grade group. For the second and third grade group, we have 76 kids registered. For the 4th and 5th grade, we have 37 registered. And for the 6, 7, and 8, which tends to be our smallest group, we have 17 registered. So that first week of camp, we already have 191 campers. And then we do 7 weeks of Camp Recreate, and then we have 2 additional weeks called Camp S'more. And for the first week of that, we already have 30 children registered, and we have 28 registered for the second week already. And then our
So
leaders.
we added Camp S'more because parents were complaining that they had no daycare for their kids when we entered so early.
Yeah, some more.
And then the LIT program is Leaders in Training, and that's for students that they've aged out of camp, but they're not yet ready to apply for a summer job. And we already have 8 teens registered for that program, which at this time
And
is very good.
it's not cheap. It's
No, it's like $750, I think.
Yeah, for the summer. And we teach them how to apply for jobs. It's career placement, it's filling out applications, resume writing. Then we have them work at the concession stand one day, at the pool registration one day, summer camp. So they get a taste of everything. The goal is to get the leaders in training to become workers for us, right? So they age to 15 or 16 and we get them to be a lifeguard or a camp counselor. And it's working like a charm. So it's a good thing.
Nancy could share
Feeder
Summer
program.
Sunshine.
Nance, why don't you tell us about Summer
Yeah,
Sunshine?
that's right.
For Summer Sunshine, we do a couple different options. We do 2-day weeks, so Tuesday, Thursday, 3-day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then a 5-day option. So out of our 9 weeks, the 2-day is filled for 6 of those weeks.
Wow.
And then the remaining, we have about 21 to 22 kids, and we can take 30 per week.
So Nancy has turned preschool and preschool summer programs around for us. And just so you know, we're only in March. We're talking about, this is a lot of registrations, and we're thinking we'll get summer recreation, 450, 500 kids, and we'll shoot for the full 40 or 50 at Summer Sunshine 3 to 5-year-olds. So it's really, knock on wood. The first day, Melissa goes, Bill, you're not gonna believe this. We just took in $127,000 in the computer the first 8 hours. I go, holy cow. So this is a big time business, right? It's summer camp recreate with the 450, 500 kids. I think off the top of my head is a $650,000 or $750,000 program. So it's not small potatoes anymore. We're really rocking it out, and they're doing some nice trips and doing some really fun things. So it's exciting.
Do we still do a program where we partner with other communities for special needs? Students, children, right?
Yep, Camp, Sunrise, Camp
Okay.
Sunrise.
When she said sunshine, I'm like, is that it? Nope,
No,
no.
yeah, that's Sunshine is
Sunshine
preschool.
Yep.
Sunrise, I started in 1979 when I was at Rocky Hill Parks and Rec. So we didn't have enough places to go for Rocky Hill kids. We hooked up with Glastonbury. And then after that, it went from Glastonbury, we added Weathersfield. And then when I came here, we added Newington and we picked up a Berlin too a little bit. So
Nice.
short, kind of a unique, interesting story is Nancy's sister and mother run that program at
Oh.
Glastonbury. Yeah,
Nice.
so they're, she's a kind of, I think in the same area you are, special needs in New Britain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
yeah,
used to work in New Britain.
Oh,
I'm a speech fan.
yeah,
she probably knows you from all her PPTs, so she does.
really, it's a small world once you start to kind of talk to each other.
Yep.
Okay,
I gotta.
Next. Warren.
My two kids for 3 days a week for the 9 weeks, and that was undertaking, so I appreciate it.
and there's all kinds of discounts. So like if you're in our preschool program already, you get what, 10% off or something?
Yeah.
20%? And if you have multiple children,
Yeah, you get an addition.
And then all 9 weeks.
and then all 9 weeks, we have all kinds of discounts. So Phil took advantage of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, I was about ready to overpay, and then Melissa came and said, let me save you some money.
No, I said if you reger for all 9 weeks, you'll get a little bit more of a discount.
Yeah, don't give me the
Such a
secret.
Yeah.
Keep that in our hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is a free throw basketball contest for youth basketball, March 1st, 2025.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Melissa.
So Roderick Smith is the recreation supervisor that oversees the youth basketball program, so he provided this information for me to share. So the youth basketball program wrapped up on Saturday, March 1st with Championship Saturday. The highlight of the weekend was the free throw contest where 35 Newington youth basketball players participated. So they had 2 different age brackets. The children had to register in advance, and there was a grades 3 through 5 bracket and a grades 6 through 8 bracket. So the first place winner in each age group received a $50 gift certificate to Dick's Sporting Goods. And the second place finishers from each division were awarded a $25 gift card to Dick's Sporting Goods.
So really ton of fun because all the parents and kids and families were in the bleachers. So it was in between games. It was really nice. It was a fun event and it's a nice thing to highlight kids that maybe don't highlight in team sports, but can play, can do foul shooting. So it was kind of fun. Excellent. What's
Next is Churchill Park Pavilion Rentals.
I have that as well.
Okay, so we had our registration, we're about 25 people, we're lined up at 6 o'clock in the morning, we don't open till 8:30. And we didn't start it, and we didn't start till 9 o'clock, so I was offering coffee to them because it was kind of ridiculous. So, but this is the funniest story, if you can all imagine them lined up. And I went out, I said, for my own education, are you guys from churches or private family parties? And a woman yells out, why, are you gonna give us tariffs? And I go, no, I'm only just asking for my own education and going back to my office. Yeah. So, it's a rough group.
So we've had a lot of patrons coming in to do the pavilion rentals. So far, we have a total of 50 rentals for the season, and that just opened up a few weeks ago. We have 10 rentals at the lower pavilion, which is closest to the pond. We have 21 rentals at the middle pavilion, which is closest to the playground, which a lot of times if families are having gatherings and they have kids or birthday parties, they really like that middle one because it's closest to the playground. And then the Rotary Pavilion, we have 19 rentals as well. So people are coming in. If they call, we encourage them to bring multiple dates when they come in person because we do let them know that it's first come, first serve. But it's gone pretty smoothly, I'd say, Sam, this spring with the rentals.
And if you average 100 people per picnics, there's 50 at the lower one, 200 at the upper one, that's 5,000 people there. We average about 17,000 to 20,000 picnickers per season. So it's a big deal. Again, our park guys every Saturday and Sunday morning are blowing out the grills, cleaning up, emptying garbage, wiping down picnic tables, getting it prepared for everybody. So it's a nice service to have for Newington. Emmanuel Christian, we have a rule, only one picnic pavilion per person. So they had 3 people from the church all lined up in a row. And they took all 3 pavilions and they have 800 people show up to their day of picnics. So it's,
Really? Wow.
it's a fun time and we
Yeah.
offer, if you guys know about the overflow parking across the street on Main Street, we let people park there as long as it's dry. So it worked out pretty nicely.
Okay. Next is Community Gardens, March 19th, 2025 for the new gardeners.
Hey, Bill, just a second. There's a guy on
Yeah.
a motorcycle on the park.
Around the park. Yeah. It's one of those.
Yeah, got like one of those
Little
like,
motor.
little dirt bikes.
Yeah, just a heads up.
On the grass?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right across from the police station too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's vandalism is
There's
everything.
two of
another
them.
one.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, so.
It's the extravagant circus.
Call it 6066.
They're practicing.
They're getting ready.
Yeah, they're going.
They're heading down by the
It's
town. We stopped.
They're going out the library, Mazzacoli Way, a little different.
No, they turn around.
Yeah.
There was a-
Oh, they're
Just ripping off the ground.
Yeah.
Yep. They're trying to do little jumps.
Oh, they're gonna go.
Now they just,
Now they're in the street and they're gonna get by car.
and they just pulled into the front, the parking lot between the library and the town hall.
Yep, up top, yep.
Just gonna dim the light. My phone is being used right now.
Oh, hey, that's a good.
Like, yes, I know, right? We're so used to it being dim in here and then it got dark.
I never turn the lights on at work.
Yeah.
I don't either when it gets dark, I know to go home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, just text it. All right. What's next?
Oh, community garden. So,
Yep.
we started the community gardens and patrons who have had a garden last year were able to reserve their same plot, and we have 25 returning gardeners to their same plot so far. Tomorrow morning, we open up for new gardeners or returning gardeners that want to select a different garden plot. So we tend to find that we have a lot of people that first day because they want their garden back. And then now that the weather's getting a little bit warmer as it gets closer to the gardening season, like we have a lot more patrons coming in.
How many plots are there?
There's a total of 110.
How much
we-
does it cost?
It's $50 for Newington residents.
We,
And what size is the plot?
20 by 20. And we rototill it and prepare it.
Yeah, that's nice.
We provide water, from the well, which is free. And, but we pump it to the garden. So it's a nice thing. There's a couple groups that make vegetables, grow vegetables and give them to the social services too, which is a nice thing.
that's
nice.
Yeah, so it's really a good community garden program. It's really nice. It's a good thing for people. And there's a lot of recreation and socialization. They meet a lot of people there that have common interests.
And they give away the vegetables too, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's stuff you don't even.
Yeah.
you don't know.
Okay, next.
Water lantern.
Yeah, Water Lantern Festival, volunteer sign up,
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so,
they are.
Sunday, May 3rd.
yep, May 3rd, hopefully. We also sent out a volunteer group for the Elks Lodge from Rocky Hill, Weathersfield, who won an award for us too, so they might volunteer too, and we'll do the train rides again, and hopefully we'll get good weather. Oh my gosh, last 2 years has been awful.
I know.
Yeah.
Right, Don?
Right, Don?
So we moved it
Absolutely
from
correct,
September
yeah.
to May.
But we had a lot of learning that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. No comment.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Newington Goes Country, Thursday, June 12th. Is that a sign up or just talking about it?
Just talking.
Yeah, just in general ideas, we got a lot of cool things going on. We're negotiating with a guy from upper state New York that does lasso tricks with a rope, so that'll be fun. We have the mechanical bull on the inflatable. You fall in an inflatable pillow there. That's good. We've got the preschool fun zone, train rides. We have, Fair of the Horse will be coming from Meg Sauter, Federal there. And,
Petting zoo.
the live animal petting zoo as opposed to a dead animal petting zoo. Kind of a new idea for us. Yeah, so and we'll have the walk around the pond. So I think we're gonna have a nice variety of people and.
Any sponsor giving away hats or badges for the kids or?
Well, the walk is gonna do that
Oh,
for the
okay,
first
okay.
200 people.
Okay.
And I'm sure if we have extra, they'll give them out.
Yeah.
But, and then we have all the food booths. What we have, like 14 maybe?
We have 18.
18. food
Wow.
booths.
Too bad you couldn't get a vendor who sold like hats and boots. that-
Yeah, those guys are, but yeah, they're fun to work with.
Oh,
And who's the band? I'm trying to think.
Nick Casey.
Nick Casey. Oh, yeah, your friend from Rhode Island. Oh, that's good.
Oh, so you're the one that has a friend that played you.
I don't know if you can do 2 weeks on a whim.
So anyways, that's the deal. It's gonna be fun. It'll be a fun night if we get good weather. Oh, and Happy Harry's is again giving us.
So next up is Food Truck Friday, June 13th.
And how many trucks do we have?
We have 18.
18, okay,
So
good.
18 for both nights?
Yeah,
Nice.
so, Food Truck Friday will be fun. And, what do we have special
I think we need something on Saturday.
going on there?
That's how we got Food Truck Friday. We used to have the motorcycle madness
Madness, yeah.
That's right.
That used to be Thursdays.
Thursday and
Maybe it's
And
Saturday.
we try-
motorcycle country and Saturday.
Yeah, because Food Truck Friday, I remember Commissioner Bill de Blasio said, well, you're not doing anything Friday night. Well,
I couldn't believe it. I said, Bill, I got one on you.
You were paying attention. He
But you,
wasn't.
now you need something for a Saturday night. You're gonna do Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be-
Hangover in the park day.
Oh, and just so you know,
Eggs.
the town with ARPA money bought that refrigerator truck now.
Oh,
so
that's right, yeah.
Really helpful.
Oh, yes.
It's
Yeah.
really, really helpful. And we also have those stanchion lights now. So it's-
Yeah, it also helps when the really bad thunderstorms come through, we run into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Summer Concert Series at Mill Pond Park and the municipal parking lot.
We have,
Right of the flyers.
Yeah,
you have the flyers out. So we have the flyers handed out, Don, to the new concert series. And it looks like a good lineup and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I
Pray
think
for
you
good weather.
lost complete control of this meeting, just to let you know. Oh,
Creative
those-
playtime.
The flyers that you guys have are becoming refrigerator magnets in the near future.
Nice, I like the magnet.
And you probably saw there's 26 sponsors on the magnet. We're trying to give as much publicity and advertising as we can to these people. Let me just give a quick shout out to two people on that magnet. Painting company, what is it called? B&C?
BC Homescapes.
BC Homescapes. We got a price from the facilities director of like $4,600 to paint the preschool. And because it's program specific, we were gonna have to pay for it. So we went out and got B&C to donate their complete amount of $4,600 for free. So I'm gonna be doing a video to give them some publicity.
Awesome.
We're thankful for them. And then we went over to the Little League was complaining that the roof is leaking at the concession stand. So we needed to re-roof it. We called another friend of ours, Matt Lessick and his wife Amy, from longtime Newington residents, owns City Roofing. He came through, he called me up and he said, hey, if you fill out this paperwork, I'm gonna put in a grant for GAF, which is GAF is the shingle company makers. He calls me a couple weeks ago and he says, hey, we got the grant. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you got about 10 grand worth of free shingles. I'm gonna do everything so instead of just doing the concession stand, I'm gonna do the two dugouts at Volunteer, the two dugouts at Memorial, and the two dugouts at Legion. Everything's gonna match, it's gonna look beautiful.
Yeah.
And Thursday, he's coming in and he said he'll be done by 4:00. He said, I won't even interrupt the game.
Wow.
Nice.
Bringing in
Wow.
eight guys.
Incredible.
Yeah, unbelievable. So we're so thankful for City Roofing and B&C Family Painting. So good times. We're making good relationships and there's no reason why we shouldn't publicize them and give them other business.
Excellent.
Right. let's see, where are we? Seymour Park Playground?
Yeah.
No, creative playtime.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we skipped off it? Okay.
So we missed out on Nancy Guy. Tell us about the best program in the whole state.
So on Friday, February 7th, Creative Playtime held their first ever prom, and we had 110 people in attendance. I will say we had photo booths, we did a pizza station for the families. We had a dance floor, disco lights, music. I feel like all the families had a great time. It was a wonderful
Talk about the parents buying them suits and stuff.
Yes, the kids came in suits, they had corsages.
Did they have 3 rentals? What do they call those for the proms that you?
Limousine?
Yes, boutonnieres.
Yeah, unbelievable. It was one of the cutest things I've ever seen. It was incredible. She had like 6 or 7 mirror balls flashing everywhere. And
Wow.
we had a photographer with a backdrop. Oh, here it is.
And this is when the moments turn to memories. And this is when the future gets so clear to see. And this is when tonight becomes a memory.
Got some time in.
And this is when the moments turn to memories. Memories.
Every single staff member from the pre-creative team.
Deep breath in and I come alive. It's a feeling I remember for the rest of my life. So I sit back and watch the sun paint us go.
So those of you who know Joe Harpy, he was the chairman of the town hall community center thing. He always calls me like once a month. So what are the new programs in that multi-purpose facility? And I said, well, you're gonna have to see the new
Hey.
preschool prom. So it's
Hey,
really funny.
Bill, guys, I have to go. I have another meeting that I have to go to.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Thank you for everything. Billy, if you
Okay.
could finish up the meeting for me.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, Don, appreciate it.
Okay,
Bye, Donna.
Safe
Bye-bye.
travels. Yep.
thank you. I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? Oh, sorry, I can't hear.
You know how to run a meeting, though. That's good.
Go for it.
Seymour Park?
Seymour,
Playground?
yep, Seymour Park's, yeah, just the weather's not catching us right yet, but we're getting close. We need that 45 degrees for 5 nights in a row at night to pour the liquid rubber. So, and it's coming, and then we'll finish that up, and we're gonna put in the bike repair station, the bike rack, and the park bench for parents to sit on. And I think that'll be nice, a nice completion over there at Seymour. I think that neighborhood's gonna absolutely love it.
AARP Community Challenger Grant.
Okay, so Melissa and I worked on this a little bit where we had an idea ARP has some money. We asked for about $10,600 to expand dial-a-ride at the senior center, the vans and stuff on at nights and weekends to provide synagogue and church service rides. Also special event rides, any of our things in the park, the library, the senior center is starting to do programs for the older Americans, whatever you want to call it, the 60s there's 3 kinds of seniors I read in my book. It's either the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years. So I think we're aiming for the go-go years. Yes. So anyway, that's, if we get the grant from AARP, we got $250,000 5 years ago to build that AARP exercise equipment at Clem Lemire. So every time Melissa and I apply for it, I say, I can't be greedy. They're probably not gonna look at Newington again. But we say nothing ventured, nothing gained. So we're gonna try. And if someone else doesn't apply, we'll take it.
Just flip your name around, make it recreation and.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the other ones do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Change your name.
What's next?
2025 House Stone Grant. Office bond request.
Okay, so in the CIP council, budget, we put in 450,000 for Candlewick Park, handicap accessible playground. For those of you who haven't been to Candlewick in a while, it's on a pretty good sized hill. To make that handicap accessible takes a lot more money and a lot more effort. So, we had engineering work with us. Chris is a fabulous town engineer and his staff, working with us. The project came to 604. We have $150,000 of handicap accessible paths. We get either 25,000 or 50,000 a year from the council. And it's hard to, 25,000 or 50,000 doesn't go far. So we kind of saved it up for a couple years and we're going to use it towards there maybe, and make that happen. So if the council gives us the 450, great. And we'll move forward. But we also went to Gary Turco and said, could we go to the governor and ask for bond money? We have been asking for this for the last 3 years. We're not confident that it's gonna happen. But again, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And then I hooked up with Sonia Richmond, and she's our grant writer for the town, and we wrote a steep grant. Again, very competitive. All my colleagues in Parks and Rec are applying for it. So we're not overly confident, but I want you to know that we're trying, we unturn every stone there possibly is to get money. And I'm trying everything I can. I feel strongly that we should be doing a handicap accessible park to show good faith, show the Department of Justice we're trying and making things accessible. We wanted to concentrate, we did a lot on this side of the Berlin Turnpike. We wanted to try that side. So that's gonna be happening, I hope happening in the very near future. I think the budget gets passed April 22nd, I believe. And we've been doing one a year and I think we're up to maybe 9 playgrounds so far. And just to give you an idea, you know how we hired the company that checks your cell phone in your pocket? We're getting 42,000 visits a year at our neighborhood parks,
Wow.
Beacon Park and Eagle Park this year. So that's a lot of people using the park in that neighborhood because there's really literally no parking. So you have to,
They park on the street.
yeah, or you walk there from your
Yeah,
neighborhood.
exactly.
So we're also, just so you know, in case people come to you and you're informed, as soon as the weather breaks, Cedar Ridge Construction is gonna redo the basketball court at Little Brook Park and at Beechwood. And I think I came up with a decent idea. I like it myself. I don't know if you'll like it. But I was talking to the neighbors at Beechwood and at Little Brook. And a woman came out, Mrs. Jane Santi, actually, you know her. And so she comes out, Park. And I said, you know what, Mrs. Jane Santi, I think I just came up with an idea. We're gonna do half of basketball court is gonna be pickleball and half is gonna be basketball. And she said, oh my God, that would be wonderful. So I called the Stitch, our painting company. We talked to Cedar Ridge Construction. Looks like we can try it and we'll experiment to see if people can live together and play basketball and pickleball. Play nice in the sandbox or on the asphalt. So, but if it doesn't work, we can always pull out the net and make it basketball. We can repaint it. But I do believe pickleball is so popular. It's the fastest growing sport in America. We might as well let people be happy at what they're doing. Okay.
So Bill, that Candlewick piece you put in for the bond request through the Democrat
Yes.
office. So if you don't get that, there's already money, hopefully come April in CIP for that.
In the council.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then if we get the bonding from the House Democrats, would you
Council
then
wins.
reallocate for like another park this year, or how would you?
Well, either the council would take the 450 back or the town manager and the town
Yeah,
council could
okay.
work with the mayor and the council to say, do you want to do Little Brook Park? Because the next one is Little Brook
Okay.
and then the next one is Star Park. That's the plan in the CIP
Okay.
each year.
Do
So,
you think you'll get an answer on this bond request though before the end of budget season?
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So then it'd be easier.
We might get the steep,
Reallocate
we
from
might
what-
get an answer in the steep. The steep is around the 20th of April, so it's really tight, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good for you then, because the money
Well-
will already be in the budget if it's.
If it passes,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And the bottom line is, the council and the mayor make the final decisions on how they want to spend the money. They could keep the 450 if we're lucky enough to get bonding, or we could go and do Little Brook right away and bang out 2.
Mhm.
A lot of people want Little Brook updated, so
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Yeah, honestly, I hate to say it, it's really unsafe. The wood chips are so compacted and they're not, It's not handicap accessible. We're bad in a lot of areas. So, it's so much, it is so important to get these playgrounds up and running and listen, everybody that's seen the new ones, they love them, you know, you're gonna see. Yeah, and they're using them. And Seymour Park is just gonna be they're gonna love it there, absolutely, because they've been ignored for a long, long time. So, it's gonna be nice. It'll be good. What's next?
Softball field replacement.
Okay, just so keep you in the loop, you know, we're working with, we got 79,000, I think, from the building committee, not Don Woods, Steve Woods, the chairman of the Anna Reynolds thing. They promised us a nice field when they left. Well, it's not nice, and they left. So the bottom line is, they gave us money. We're working with Colicchio Brothers to get plumbing. We're working with Anderson Irrigation to get irrigation. And then our guys are gonna do in-kind. We're gonna spend 25 grand on Dura Edge, and we're gonna build the field ourselves. And we got that new machine that the council gave us that has laser grading.
Yep.
So we're gonna use it, and we're gonna see if we can build the field ourselves.
Sure.
Is that like a dream?
Pardon me?
Dreams?
Yeah, yes. Build it, and they will come to Anna.
Comments by the board? Anybody? Public participation?
No public. No public.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Anybody would like to make a motion to
Motion to
adjourn?
adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. See you, Don.
Are you a ventriloquist?
See ya.
We're out of here.